Hello, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today's read is going to be about what kind of cosmic bliss is headed your way and what messages are kind of urgent for you to hear and know yourself, kind of like universal affirmations and things that are going to kind of show up on your journey that are going to be helpful or that you should have the information about whatever comes through. I'm going to be using multiple oracle and tarot as well, and I'm going to be using my new deck that just came out. This is called the El Qui Oracle, and the artwork and writing is so gorgeous. So I just want to begin right away with a beautiful, quick daily affirmation because it's going to get us in a good headspace. Get your coffee, your water, whatever, get comfortable, take a deep breath. Realize, the universe is always working with us to provide us with answers. All we have to do is slow down and listen. Okay. So today's daily affirmation is, I choose to have a positive mindset no matter what kind of challenges I face. I know my power is in my attention and what I give my energy to. I will only focus on what I want to experience. I will remain calm, centered, and at peace through everything. I will prevail. Now, these are everything, little minor inconveniences, traffic, family squabbles, a big unforeseen bill, whatever. We will prevail. So let's not give all our energy to things that are draining or make us worry. Let's really focus on the positive. What can we create today? What fun stuff are we going to do? When is Melanie's video coming out so I can listen to it? I get excited for my readers that I love too and their positive messages. I love Melanie Beckler and her angel cards, and her voice is very relaxing. Voices are very important to me. The tone of someone's voice, the cadence. Voices have the power to relax us, to lower our blood pressure, to make us feel calm, all of those things, to bring our focus back to the here and now. So lovely warm tone in voices is very helpful for that too. I tried to avoid any shows where people have very high-pitched or shrieking voices. It's very taxing on our nervous system. So again, sound is very, very important to how we keep calm too. So I'm going to let you pick your choice. Firstly, I want to bring the artwork up close because it is so stunning. This is Renee, Love, Hope, and Relationship. So Renee, she who hopes. Look at that artwork. And I also have some corresponding stones. I have carnelian, rough carnelian, turquoise, and brass, as well as bone. So I love that artwork, those colors, amazing. So that's group one. Number two is Yelena, she who knows. Look at that. I'm going to try that hairdo out with a crown like that because it works so beautifully. Wisdom, clarity, and resolution. Ta-da! I like the waviness of that. You guys, I'm going to come on air and show you my new wig. It's insane. It is like a rich turquoise with ombre at the top. It's insane. So I love that. And the corresponding stone is turquoise. This was one of my first pieces that I designed, and I just love it so much. With like a white v-neck, it looks killer. Now on to number three. I love this too. Look at this. Her wand. She's like, ta-da. This is Eyeless and Wish, Desires, and Hope. She who grants wishes. Ta-da. I feel like this at Christmas time when I'm like, who? You get a necklace. You get a bracelet. You get a new car. Okay, so I'm going to let you make your choice. Relax, take a deep breath, and we are going to see what is in the cards for you guys. Very exciting. Okay, so make your choice. And we're going to start with Renee. Oh, this artwork just stuns. And I'm going to read from the book because it's so beautiful, so calming, so reassuring. So Renee is about love, hope, and relationships. Renee, she who hopes, perches on a bridge to get acquainted with the frog below. Even though she's already kissed a few frogs, she's willing to give it one more shot. She does not allow past disappointments to keep her from opening up her heart once again. Her crown shows she already knows herself to be a queen already. She has no need to be completed by someone. However, there is room in her world for a partner who will stand beside her and support her, to love her. Renee believes in the sanctity and power of love. So the message of this card is to never give up hope. Your dreams of love are possible regardless of any history indicating otherwise. When you're able to look back and see how every connection has brought you to this place, you really begin to build your own bridge from loneliness to happiness. Always remember, you must crown yourself first. Nobody else can make you see your own worth if you don't already own it, right? Believe in love. Believe in the lessons of the past were simply to give you opportunities to become the amazing human you are now. So the universe wants you to ask yourself, what have I learned from past relationships? Okay, what kind of partner will stand beside you, or do you want? What do you want to attract and manifest? And what are you doing to attract the kind of love you deserve? So this message is definitely that the power of manifestation lies within you. So start to write down unequivocally what you want. Don't hold back. Dream big. But one of the most important aspects is, what have you learned from the past? Do you keep attracting the same type of person? Are they maybe a little needy, jealous, insecure? What kind of aspects seem to pop up? Do you end up giving a little more to the relationship? You're the better communicator, all of that, because this is about equality and attracting what you love and feeling in a beautiful heart space that you already have what it takes to make anything work, but you are not the fix it. What you are pulling in and bringing towards you is a fully formed, wonderful human that is going to enhance your relationship. So let's see what is going on for the animal card. You have Jaguar. I love this, which is release. So let's see what that's all about. Okay, so this is simply releasing what you no longer need. Take action to move something from the ideal world into the physical world. Let go of the old and stale and choose renewal. Wash away the negative aspects of the past, surrender it all, and embrace the new. This is so true in any relationship, especially when we're trying to acquire new friendships, new attitudes, new ideas, new creativity, and new love, right? We have our eyes and see one thing, our heart feels another thing. But what we need to recognize in our soul is there are outdated modes of thinking. Each day we need to learn from the day before and go, okay, you know what? I didn't need to get involved in that situation. I didn't need to give my energy or power away to this. I am going to work on this today. I'm going to take a pause before I respond to anything or just jump in or romanticize something or someone and get a really clear look at them, because that's oftentimes what happens in love relationships. We get this romantic idea, oh well, that's okay, I'll overlook that because they have this aspect that's so wonderful. We're talking about a whole high perspective, and you're really going to be excellent at that. Let's see what your wonderful. So you have the Queen of Cups energy around you, meaning you're ready to give. Like you do have your crown on. You already know that you have what it takes to go out there and stand up for yourself and be strong. And you're saying, in what ways am I open to guidance still though? Where am I heading? And how do I navigate that as beautifully as possible? And how can you give yourself space to be quiet and discerning for a moment too? Because I do feel like love is definitely coming in for this group in a big way, a lot of soul matches. So again, how can I be in a great headspace, really be elevated in thought and purpose, and have the capacity to give my true authentic love to somebody in a way that it is respected and cherished. That is definitely true, right? We are not having a tag sale here or a bottom basement sale on our love. This is top shelf. Don't even come near me unless you have everything that I'm looking for. Seriously, you are not settling. This is the new energy that is all around you. I'm not settling. I am in this queenscape. I am feeling great. I have released old patterns of accepting things that are unacceptable. I will legit tear you a new one if you even think to come near me and you are like some old stale cookie from the shelf. Because unfortunately, there just are people out there that I don't know where they get it. Have you ever noticed, like, sometimes the most ignorant people will start speaking the loudest in a room, or the most confident, swaggery people have like ridiculous notions of love? I can't explain it. It's such a weird dichotomy. I find some of the richest thinking, smartest, deepest people are the most quiet in a public setting because they're thinking, they're not just talking. So it's going to be that kind of person, this beautiful artist type, rich thinking individual that's coming your way, and you're going to see them. She's surrounded by water, and waters are rich emotions that let us know where we're going and what we really need. So I love that energy for you, group one. Beautiful. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below if you need a private read or you want to go to my Etsy store. Thank you, everybody, for supporting my channel through ordering my custom-made jewelry and all your beautiful messages and the sweetness. And I really, really just can't even believe it. I wake up and sometimes I go on Instagram and people can say, I was having the worst day, Melanie, and then I saw your video and I felt better. That's why I do this. That's where I get my motivation every single day. Even if I'm tired, I'm like, after I do my video, I feel great. The feedback is so warm and touching, you guys. Thank you for your love and support. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. So beautiful energy. Yeah, you're stepping into this new glorious role of, okay, has-beens, you better get out of the way, because it really is a time for you to shine and sparkle and feel good about yourself. And you're deserving of this good energy and attention that's coming your way. So beautiful, beautiful energy, Renee. Now, and that would be funny if your name is Renee too. So now Yelena, she who knows wisdom, clarity, and resolution. I feel like you are stepping into a stage where, you know, you have a great understanding about where you're headed and what you want. And another thing is you have a great, beautiful awareness of where you're going now. You know, you're not asking yourself the same old questions because you are awake to what you want and where you're going. So now you're purposely driven in that direction. So Yelena says, you know, she has a thoughtful gaze that allows her to see each of us for who we really are. One of her gifts is the ability to clarify things. She cuts to the heart of the matter using wisdom and insight in tandem, rather than limiting herself to only intellectual or emotional clues. Yelena possesses all information through both her heart and her head. Her ability to know things may seem uncanny to most, but she is merely using her natural abilities. For her, it's exercising more than one muscle at a time. So this card really invites you to revisit a recent worry. Okay, let your heart have reign, then engage your mind as well. So set both working on the problem. When you use a multi-layered approach to issues, you can find an out-of-the-box solution. Balance is key when this card shows up. Look directly into the heart of the matter and then move up to the head. So once you unearth the emotional and intellectual why of the question, you're going to be able to clearly see the way of resolving it completely. Often resolution presents itself in really unorthodox ways, so pay attention to all things coming your way. Be open to the answer. And these questions are helpful. I do this as well. I always go back and forth. I approach it with my heart and go, why does it make me feel this way? And how can it be improved, change, or whatever? And then I go up to the intellect and I say, okay, this person reacts this way, has these restrictions, abilities, or whatever. And then I combine those two, especially for people that have anxiety or they're not making headway in life. And it really does work. But we have to ask ourselves questions like, what emotional clues should I be paying attention to, right? What triggers? Certainly. What are the intellectual clues telling me? Again, like, is there a location kind of restriction? All the, schematics of the thing in a full blueprint. And how can I open myself to seeing all the facts? This is where, universe is telling you to become healthily detached from the issue for a moment. If there's squabbles within your family, maybe respect isn't being paid to you and people are overstepping the bounds, either financially or whatever it is, or someone in a relationship doesn't feel like they need to communicate when you think, it's definitely time. All of these things financially, are you kind of running around on this treadmill where you're paying this to then get this, like each paycheck to paycheck? What is happening? Think emotionally. How does that make you feel when you feel you have a lack of something? And how can that be resolved? You'll really be getting the answers to your questions. But it is funny how when we incorporate both our mind and heart, those answers start to come to us. We just need to slow down. I feel like you're going to really feel empowered, uplifted, and elevated when when you start to work like this, because you have all the power you need to raise yourself up to the next level whenever you want. So some of the strength might come from others who want to help you, but look at those around you and find your tribe members who want to lift you up rather than press you down, because that'll be helpful. And your main tarot, I love this. Everything is new in your attitude. You have this Ace of Cups moment where you're realizing, well, I have all the faculties and answers I need at my fingertips, when all I need to do for a moment is evaluate the situation calmly, and have that healthy detachment where I don't get a sense of urgency or heart palpitations, right? Because what happens is when we have one concern, guess what wants to get in that barrel? A whole bunch of monkeys of problems and irritants want to jump in there too and stir the pot and overwhelm us. That's the ego going, you have to resolve everything and the waters have to be calm and you have to appear cool and collected and be a boss bitch and be looking hot and all these things that people think all the time, and it's simply not true. Resolve, move on. Resolve, move on. We have so many capacities in which to restart and rethink and get in calm alignment. We just need to not mix up issues, right? That's definitely your thing. Aces, one thing at a time. You're going on to bigger, better pastures and just look forward to things in anticipation, and that helps. Now, I love the seahorse because this is about equality. Now, this is something else that Spirit, I felt this earlier too. I feel like Spirit wants you to seek equality in your relationships right now, in particular intimate ones. You will attract what you resonate. You can decide your future. Hiding from our fears is rarely a good strategy, so it's time to ensure the domestic and emotional labor in your world is shared equally. If you are pulling the lion's share of work, whether it's domestic and cleaning or money, earning, trying to connect on an emotional level, going out of your way, regardless of who this is with, you need some reciprocity at this time. And if people are not pulling their weight, you need to communicate that, set boundaries, and stop giving until you are also on the receiving end. What happens is people get a sense of entitlement. It's unfortunate. Family, friends, everybody. You know, it's like I am a super giver. And I remember one time I gave out an insane amount of Christmas presents because I was thinking this, wow, you know, I worked with these people. I was like, these match these people's personalities. They'll love them. And I think out of the entire staff that maybe somebody like gave me a card. I can't even remember. But it was like, I realized then how self-involved people are and how I think a little bit differently, where I have enough going on and I'm happy in my life, so I have room for other people and to do things for them. But some people don't. They get too in their head. And as soon as I realized that, I kind of dialed it back a little bit. And I realized, you know, when somebody has true appreciation, I have the time to give, create, and do things for them. But when there is a sense of entitlement, like I actually did have one person, I told you guys in another video that was like, oh, well, I really like that necklace you're wearing, after I gave her a necklace. So right then I was like, I just said, well, that's nice. And I walked away. And actually I ended up, this was the only person that I worked with for months and months. And I said to her, I will never speak to you again, because I realized what an insane person this was. This one was like this crazy, heartless, actual witch that was like destruction everywhere, envy, nasty to everyone. And it was like one of those things where I couldn't deal with the energy. And it's that kind of thing. And sometimes we do have to close someone out completely and, you know, let them know, whoa, you are so persona non grata, and or you need to step up and treat me well. And then I will, you know, renegotiate how I feel about this issue. But I feel like you are definitely a giver, and maybe some people might be taking advantage. So just let them know that, you know, you're making yourself a priority. You know, you don't need any provocation. You are in this beautiful self-embracing phase of self-care and love and looking out for yourself. And, you know, you're adapting beautifully to what is going on day to day. I feel like the messages are coming and you're going to be able to cope. You know, you've got this. You got the power in your hands. You're realizing this. And now when you assess situations, you don't take things so personally. Do not take them personally. There were so many layers of personalities out there, and your tribe is there and they're going to find you. That's another message I was hearing very strongly for group 2. And again, because of this, you have this wisdom and clarity. You're going to be able to see through people, their intentions, what they really want. And you know what? You're not going to waste your time trying to fix people, trying to give too much, or give your energy or resources away. You're going to get really savvy to it and protect yourself. Very beautiful. Onyx is great for that too. Onyx, tourmaline, dark stones. I had to start wearing that at this one company I was working at, and it works very effectively. Turquoise is also good too. It's very high protection. Good for you. Just any talisman that you have that makes you feel good. And look at those earrings. Oh, honey, yeah. So that's you, group 2. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Melanie. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below. If you want to support the channel through my Etsy store where I make my jewelry, Patreon page, ordering a read, anything. Thank you guys, all my beautiful, beautiful clients that I get to see and speak to. You guys really, You make my day every day when I'm reading your comments and stuff. I crack up. It is the best. So beautiful energy. Yeah, you're stepping into your power. Things are becoming clear and people are going to notice a change in you, and good for you because you deserve that. Now on to A-list, which is wishes, desires, and hopes. Oh, I love that. Let's see what that is. I want to bring this back up because look at their little magic wand. Look at that hair. I love it. It's all too excellent. What are you guys going to be for Halloween? Comment down below if you already know. I swear, I was like, is it too early to make plans? One year when I was the Black Swan, we had no power. It was after, I think, Irene or something had happened, Hurricane Irene or something, and we were all dressed up. We still went out and we walked around with our stuff. They canceled Halloween where I lived that year. I'm serious, because of the prior hurricane. It was crazy. Okay, so A-list. A-list, she who grants wishes dances among the stars in purple and gold. Her eyes gaze downward to catch all the wishes being made. While she can't acknowledge every wish, she waits for the ones that truly touch her heart. The wand she carries displays the bright light of hope we all send up. This is her energy, her gift, what motivates her to continue her dance and to hold her attitude of listening. So what she's telling you is to define what you want. What are your wishes? What's your heart's desire? Don't answer too quickly, because sometimes we wish for a horse when what we truly want is movement, right? Your duty to yourself is to dig deeply in your own wants and needs. Write these things down too. That's why I'm always telling everybody, make your wish boards, because we need to identify. Oftentimes, right, we get a little scattered and we think, oh, I want this house, where actually it might just be that we want to be by the water, or, really, really classify, okay? Be careful what you wish for, because you may get it. So she who grants wishes requires you to apply discretion before you say what you think you want. Truly, truly know it. A-list's goal is not to withhold things from you. She merely hopes that you will not waste the gift of a wish today. The card brings work, but also fulfillment. So this is good questions to ask yourself. And I have to do this too, because I re-identify what's important every single day. It does change, priorities shift, and we need to know and align with that. So what is the underlying reason for your heart's desire? Okay, so if it's love, is it because you want companionship and someone to have these lovely adventures and go through life with and all of that? Or identify, okay, why do you want this specific thing? Do you want a new job? Why is that? Do you want, to learn new things? Do you want new prosperity, friendships, all of that? Really identifying. It's very simple. So what am I willing to do to have my wish fulfilled? I'll give you an example. When I decided I wanted to do this, what I had to do was let go of my old job and what I thought was security, but it wasn't. It was actually like never ever getting positive feedback, always having people push past the buck onto you, all of that. So I really wasn't giving up anything to have my dreams come true. You know what I mean? My plan A was never to need a plan B when I left that place. I was going to do this and I did it. Okay, where can I use more hope in my life? So right now, do you feel like you're a little stretched financially? Do you want really good, rich relationships that are trustworthy? Start to put your focus on that and write down and identify it as exactly what you want, because that's how these things come about. And that is definitely what Spirit wants you to know. But also you have the Cat card, which I love, because this is about intuition. And I feel like your intuition is definitely going to be on fire. I'm going to put it right in the middle there because I love that. So, this is saying use and develop your intuition right now, because your gut feeling is correct. Intuition isn't logic. It isn't any of those things. It doesn't come from ego. It is such a pure source of knowing what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, right? And when we slow down and listen, that baby pops up. You are not your mind. Develop your magical skills further, because by introducing more play to your life, like my intuition is at its best when I have this healthy detachment of creation, when I'm painting, when I'm listening to music, when I'm making jewelry. Oh my gosh, so many answers come up and problems are resolved through this fun play. So the message for you is definitely from Spirit is saying, play, have fun, be that wonderful, child in your heart that is like, I want to just go for a walk. I just want to splash in a mud puddle. Oh yeah, look, you have the moon energy that's overriding this too. I want the magic. I want the mystery. I want the beautiful anticipation of something wonderful that's coming in all the time, right? And that's important too, that we have surprises, discovery, revelations in our life, right? You know, who are the people you trust to love you? Are they around right now? In what ways do I feel vulnerable? I always feel like the moon is about that too. And how can you open your heart to new experiences? So those are really good questions, and guidance too, right? I feel like your confidence is being built through these questions, because once you identify, you really know what you want, you're going to move forward in these bold, brave steps. And there's magic in that, and there's completion, and there's release in that. So those are your messages, group 3. I love that. Wish, desires, and hope. So start making a list. Actually write it down. Once we release that and we see it on paper, we can really go, that makes sense. That is where I want to go. That is what I want to align myself with, right? So beautiful, beautiful energy, group 3. If you're new to my channel, my name is Melanie. Welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. Look at that eyeshadow. Ooh, girl. Yes. All my links are down below. And don't forget to hit the notification bell too. Yeah, yesterday, that reminds me, I went into Lord & Taylor. I have one piece of Chanel makeup that I love so much. It's Bourgeoisie lip gloss, and it's just the perfect everything. And when I went to the counter, I lucked out. This lady's like, do you want, she's like, we just got this shipment in of these boxes, and they're not part of our whatever, it's not part of their stock, so they were getting rid of them for $7. They were filled with everything, these body scrubs. So you guys go to Lord & Taylor locally and see if your Lord & Taylor's carrying. And there was like a body scrub face thing, this box in this gold and pink box that looked like a $50 box. Beautiful, beautiful gifting for $7. And I was like, give me 2 of them. I keep stuff in my car in case I find it's somebody's birthday. And I'm like, here you go. You know what I mean? It's so, I hate getting called out short if it's somebody's special day. And I'm like, oh, here's a spark plug. Oh, happy birthday. No, honestly, you guys, though, the power is there. You've got this. All your wishes and desires are starting to solidify. So get out there and take advantage of it. Love and light, you guys. I am excited to go upload.